All right. Good afternoon. It's March 17th, 2022, and it's 12:34. Let me see. Can I full screen this? Oh, that's not what that does. Okay, hopefully what I just did didn't affect anything. I clicked the F. I'm trying to get, maybe I just gotta manually adjust my screen recorder so that it only gets the chart. But here's what we're looking at. It was an uptrend today. You can see the overnight highs. We bounced off them, but we couldn't make it to the lows. And so I was looking for a measured leg like from these lows to here. And you can see we hit that measured leg, formed some congestion, but then we made another leg up. So some good trades today. We'll take a look at them. Yeah, the bias was up. We made this channel down. We had a break. I don't see a new low, and that would mean we never got a new low. So, really, I mean, from this point, it looks like we have a spike and channel. So overnight, we start to form this upward channel right here off of this low, and I don't know if yeah, I don't like anything really from 5 o'clock up until here. This is too congestive. But when we get this first test, second test, third test confirming this trend channel, and you get a first failed second entry long right here, I think you can just about take that, and there's room to this high to scalp out. So it looks like it might be an advanced trade because the failure does look like it comes here. And if you took it there, that would have meant you would have been trapped. But that's 3 dojis. So this one's inside the one that comes after it, and this one's inside that one. So I don't, not too sure. I haven't been watching the charts until like 7:30 lately, and that's actually been working well for me so far. But then that's a pink channel that breaks, slight overshoot leads to a break, and I think really we were in this yellowish channel, and unfortunately I don't see any entries in here that you can take. Too far from the EMA, you could see that midline playing out, and then we just formed some congestion, and that leads to a break, and that's at the overnight highs. So I don't see any higher lows that I like. This one's an inside bar, so this is all a range. Really, I would probably mark it like this. So this is tempting, but look how it's just so choppy. And you really want to stay out of that. You're right in the middle of that range. Then we have this downtrend, and you get a first entry, failed second entry long, and that sets up really well. That looks like 2 measured legs of correction to me. Yeah, just about. Very bearish signal bar. And then that breaks, and we get 2 legs down to a new low, and we bounce off the trend channel. So we get that, and no failure setups right here. And we confirm the channel right here. And this is a new low. It's a double bottom. So you might look at this as a first failed second entry, but I look at this as a I don't know. This, you might be aggressive and take this one, but I think the real failure comes right here. And I marked this green, but this looks pretty darn good. So I might just mark that blue. Even though it's a doji, that looks like 1 leg, 2 legs of correction. Then we get a break of this channel. We make a, I think that's a double top right there. Okay, we tick 1 tick higher. Okay, tick 1 tick higher. So there's a break and a new high in place, but I just wasn't convinced with all these higher lows, and we didn't make it back to the overnight lows. I wasn't convinced that we were going lower, especially this was a very healthy trend up. So, and that's 1 leg up too, as well. So that looks like 1 small leg of correction, another small leg of correction. It's a failed second entry short. It's a second entry long. So I like that. And I was looking for a measured move. Unfortunately, I think I only got like 2 points out of that. And I was like, maybe I'll just take my runner once the trend channel breaks. But I guess the break was right there. So only got 2 points out of that. And this looks like a first entry failed second entry. So I wouldn't blame anyone for taking this trade, to be honest. I'm just not going to mark it. But that looks pretty damn good. And that forms like a spike and channel up here. We hit this measured move that I was talking about earlier. And that channel is kind of weak as it breaks right here. And we form this level of support, test it once, twice, 3 times, 4 times, and then we break lower. And I was pretty convinced that all the shorts were piling on right here with this 2 consecutive lower highs. And so when this bar broke back in, I was thinking, okay, let me just ride it to this price level. So I got a scalp out of that, but unfortunately, I moved my stop to break even, and it stopped me out. So this is one you might consider. I scalped 2 contracts, so maybe move your runner, which is my 1 contract, mathematically 2 points back before my entry, and hope you get a runner. So that would take you to break even minus contracts, and that would have got me something nice. Even if my target was just up here, I'd be happy, but that ended up being a big move. We form this congestion right here, make another leg up, hit the top of the day's trend channel, and make a lower high, ride that back to the EMA. And this is a second entry long, but I wasn't too I took this, but I wasn't too convinced just because this looks like a double top right here. It is a lower high, but and this doesn't look like 2 measured legs of correction. This second leg looks much stronger, I think. So that's why I marked this one aggressive. But I think maybe when the bias is that far up, maybe this is time you want to take those. Here we have what looks like a second entry short and a first failed second entry long, but that's congestive. You got a lower high right here, so you might consider that. But those are like, you're kind of picking tops at that point. But then we get a first entry, failed second entry, and I think you got to go long above this bar, which is just a doji, and it's going into this potential downward trend channel. So I marked that as green. And then right here, I actually entered on this and almost got stopped out. So I was like, I think this one, you don't want to do that because you're going into the top of the channel. And we're coming off the highs of the daily channel. I think you just got to wait, man. This is just so far away from the EMA. And look, you get a better entry right here. Matching lows, very bullish signal bar. I thought that probably would have trapped some shorts. And then we make pretty much a double test of this price level. Big leg down. So when you get that big leg down, you might take this second entry short. That looks like 2 legs up, 1 leg, a second leg of correction. So something to think about, man. The failure comes, but I don't like how it's set up. If this was a new low, I'd probably take that. So that's what I saw. You can see we're still going higher. So hope everyone had a blessed day. Let me make this a little bigger for the final shot. And I'll be back tomorrow.